Hi, this is Trey Passer, and these are my Blu Ray pickups for the week. Um, I went to Best Buy again on Friday. I got off work early, and well, actually, no, I went to Best Buy after I went to the movies, and I picked up a few things. Okay, so let me go through this real quick. First movie I got was a Blu Ray movie, a movie that I was interested in seeing primarily because of one actor, Tom Hardy, okay, who's playing Bane, of course, in the new Batman movie. Okay, it's called Warrior. Okay, I really enjoyed this movie. Also in this movie is Nick Nolte as the father and Joel Egerton as the brother of Tom Hardy. And basically, it's about two brothers who grew up in a dysfunctional family. And of course, I guess the parents got divorced, and Tom Hardy's character went to live with his mother, and Joel Egerton stayed with Nick Nolte, and Nick Nolte was a drunk, of course, who used to beat the mother. And of course, Tom Hardy's character goes to the Marines, and he saves somebody's lives, and he actually leaves the Marines, and he actually goes AWOL. And I won't tell you the reason why. You get to see this movie, but basically the fight scenes are basically it's a story about the two brothers and their and their relationship with their father, and basically the two are fighting in a MMA tournament, and they're both fighting for different reasons. The older brother, Joel Egerton here, is fighting for his family. He's about to lose his house if he doesn't raise a certain amount of money, of course. And then Tom Hardy's character is fighting for one of his fallen comrades in the Marines. Okay, so the fight scenes are great and intense. And this is a great movie. They describe it as Rocky, the unforgettable Rocky. I don't know about that, but it's really good though. It keeps your interest, and the fights are great, and the acting is superb. And Nick Nolte, there's a part in this movie where he breaks down, which is you got to be an Iceman not to break down either, because he just loses it. And I wouldn't be surprised if Nick Nolte gets nominated for a Best Supporting Actor for his part in this movie. Nick Nolte was just absolutely great. And the next movie I got on Blu-ray was Colombiana, okay, starring Zoe Saldana. This movie was absolutely great. I saw this in the theater, and I did a review of it on my channel. But this is a great movie, great revenge movie, okay. She's kicked total Zoe Saldana, that's her name. I hope I pronounced that right. She kicks total ass in this movie. She's just fantastic, getting revenge for the people that killed her parents when she was a little girl. Okay, and she kicks ass. She shoots guns. She drives cars. She blows stuff up. She's just fantastic in this movie. This is a great popcorn movie. Just fantastic. Colombiana. Okay, definitely worth getting. And this is the unrated version. Okay. Now the next movies I got. This is I think this is a '90s movie, directed by John Woo, famous director, starring John Travolta and Kristen Slater, called Broken Arrow. This is a great movie. Just a great action movie about a rogue, I think Air Force pilot, which is John Travolta's character. He steals, basically he steals nukes, and Kristen Slater character, who's supposedly had died in between him stealing the nukes, actually chases after John Travolta to try to stop him from selling the nukes off. Okay, and it's a real good suspense movie. Real good action movie. It takes place in somehow I think in the Arizona desert or something like that. It's really good. One of the good movies. I think this is one of the movies that John Travolta did on his comeback. But this is a really good movie. And the next movie I got is called Leon the Professional, starring Jean Reno, a young Natalie Portman, and Gary Oldman, who's absolutely freaking nuts in this movie. This is just a great movie, about a little girl whose family gets slaughtered, and she sort of befriends the neighbor befriend who played by Jean Reno, who's like a hitman, retired hitman, and he kind of takes up for her, and the action in this movie is fantastic. Jean Reno is fantastic. Natalie Portman is great. And like I said, Gary Oldman is just absolutely freaking nuts in this movie. There's a picture there, and you can see him right there holding a gun up there at the top. But Gary Oldman is absolutely nuts in this movie. But it's a fantastic movie, definitely worth seeing. Okay, now the next three movies I got are Criterion movies. Now, first I want to say I've heard people talk about Criterion movies before. These are like classic movies that people want, they get restored and they release, the Criterion collection. I don't know exactly everything about that. I was reading a little bit about it, but this first came to my attention. I saw other people do videos about their Criterion collection, and stuff. And I know they're mostly classic movies or movies that are well received or underrated movies that people want preserved for future generations and stuff like that. And some of them are getting put on Blu-ray, for the most part. And I know I went through the list yesterday. When I was looking up about Criterion Collection, I was looking up the titles, and there's a lot of foreign movies and stuff, and a lot of American movies, old movies, a lot of new movies, stuff that you just want to get. And there was I want to give particular credit to a particular YouTuber called Swat Meat Searcher. Okay, I first saw him do, he showed a few of his Criterions, and it got me put a little buzz in my ear about Criterions, and I thought, and then I think during Christmas, not Christmas, during Black Friday, I saw some of these titles, two of these titles that I have in my hand here at Best Buy, and I looked at them and I made note of it, and I thought, okay, maybe I'll go back and get them later. Okay, and then when I was in Best Buy Friday, I said, you know what, let me get them. Okay, and this first movie is called Blowout by John Travolta and Nancy Allen, directed by Brian De Palma. Now, I think I've seen this movie, but it was a long time ago. Okay, I know it's about a sound engineer who thinks he's recorded a political assassination and all the stuff that goes on with that. And of course, like I said, it's been years since I've seen it. I think because I remember the basic plot of this movie. And so I'm going to watch this today, actually. I think I'm going to watch this later today and look at the it has a ton of special features and stuff. And like I said, I may start getting into collecting the Criterions, at least the ones that are on Blu-ray. Okay, and like I said, John Travolta, Nancy Allen, Brian De Palma, which is another great filmmaker, so I'll get that one. Now the next movie is a movie that I heard of before, and I know it has a big name cast in it, and I heard about it years ago, but I never got around to seeing it. And this is one by Terrence Malick, The Thin Red Line. Okay, and I know it has a lot of great stars in it. Sean Penn, Nick Nolte, I think George Clooney's in this. Jim Caviezel, Thomas Jane, just this, a lot of great stars in this, and it has a ton of special features. And it also says director approved Blu-ray special edition. So I'm gonna watch this too. I bet you. And then I think there's two other. I was looking up on Amazon Criterions, and I saw they have Anatomy of a Murder, which is another movie by Otto Preminger that's on the Criterion list, which I'm a big fan of. It stars James Stewart, Ben Gazzara, and Lee Remick, and it's a real good movie. Which I saw, a few years ago, and I'd just love to see that on Blu-ray, and I think I might get that pretty soon. And so there we go. And then the last movie I got is a Western, Western starring one of my favorite actors, John Wayne, Stagecoach. Okay, starring, directed by John Ford, and they credit this as the movie that made John Wayne a star. And I've seen this movie a couple of times. I absolutely love it, and I just want to check out the special features in this and see what kind of special features they have in this. And I love to see the transfer. Like I said, this is a movie that was made in the 30s, 1939, and I absolutely love this movie. John Wayne, Claire Trevor's in this. I think John Carradine, Thomas Mitchell's in this, and it's just a fantastic movie, fantastic Western. I'm a big fan of Westerns, and this is a Western classic. Okay, so those are my pickups. Let me know what you think, and feel free to leave comments below. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long, and take care.